Okay, so I'm going to talk you through an exercise. We're going to look at how we shape and suppress areas on a garment to take a two-dimensional flat shape to the three-dimensional form. So this is a pattern for the bodice, for the Alva 12. It's mirrored on the front, so it's got a left and a right. It's got a waist dart and a shoulder dart. So the first thing you're going to do is fold the dart leg. So there's a nice crease on one of the dart legs. Hang the pattern over the table edge, so the point's on the table edge, and fold that dart leg to meet the other leg here. So then what we can do is we can take this in place, and you'll see how we've gone from having a two-dimensional pattern to now a three-dimensional form. We're going to do the same with the other leg. So we're going to hang it over the table edge. We're going to take one of the legs. We're going to form a crease in it here. And then we're going to fold it over to that edge here. And then we can take that in place. And then we're going to do it with the other two. So we're going to take that leg, fold it down the leg here, and fold it in. Ideally, we should be folding it the same way as we folded the other. So, I should have folded them. So this is a little bit of a kind of discussion point about which way the dart goes. For this side, we're folding it towards the outside. That's the same on the other side, it's folded towards the outside. So we have that. We can then take this one, fold it down the dart leg, so just a nice crease on the dart leg, keep the point at the edge of the table, fold it back in, and tape it down. And actually flip that over. So we've taken this two-dimensional pattern, which looks a lot like this. This is the front and the back here, and we now have the three-dimensional form here. And we can take this pattern and we can place it directly onto the form here. So you can see how this shaping has allowed it to form over the bust point. I'll just get some tape just to hold it loosely in place. Because then what we're going to look at is how we then create different suppression. So the bust point here, left and right, they're the most important points, right? As in, that's where the suppression goes to. If we then decided we wanted different shaping, and we might say we want some asymmetric shaping, so we might take a point anywhere down this line here, and we run up through the bust here, and then we pass over the other side, close to the bust, and then say up into the armpit. So we've got a styling line that we're going to make. We can then remove this from the form, and then we can take the scissors and cut down this line here. We're going to stop at the bust point here because I don't really need to separate it, but I can then cut up to here, and because we're back to the bust point, we're now back to a flat pattern. So whatever styling you want to happen can happen, accepting the fact that you need your line to pass somewhere close to this bust point here, all right? And so long as the line passes within that, you can take any three-dimensional form back to 2 dimensions. And the bust point can have shaping anywhere coming out of this bust point to any contact line on the edge of the pattern that would allow you to then push it back to flat. It's not the same for if you were shaping, say, trousers or skirts, where the bust point isn't a point, or the buttock point isn't a point, and you can't move it around anywhere. But in respect of this, you can create the three-dimensional form, you can draw whatever styling line you want. So long as you cut back to close to the bust point, you can create this separate styling of any unique piece you want. And then when it's made back up, it'll fit back to the 3D form. Done.